Howdy. Thanks for joining me today on this Talk by the Fire. It's been pretty cold outside. Got down to -10 the other day. And all my pipes are holding up. Nothing's frozen. So I'm pretty excited about all that. Now, this chat today is about paradoxes. So I'm calling it Paradoxes That Sets You Free. So to me, a paradox is something that cannot be explained. It simply is what it is. I'm sure you've heard that saying, one of my favorites. It is what it is. A lot of stuff in life just cannot be explained. It can't be put into words. And these paradoxes that I'm going to bring up, they've helped kind of break my mind out of the mold that it was put in as a child. So now I'm 37, and I think I finally have an idea of what's going on here. After being misled most of my life and then dealing with unlearning all of the magic spells and things that have been psychically driven into me to make me feel a certain way or to act a certain way, I finally feel like I get it. Now I have a grasp on this reality and what's actually going on in this realm. And I want to do my best to share with you these paradoxes, because when I focused on these certain questions, it really snapped me out of it and stopped me from thinking I could figure everything out. So the first paradox is, why is water wet? And I went around, I asked a few people, why is water wet? And every single one of them had an answer. And I just thought it was hilarious, because I'm not asking you to explain what man has used words with to explain water. I'm just asking, why is water wet? When you wash your hands and you feel it, you feel that sensation. And then eventually, the water evaporates from your hand. It kind of snapped me out of my mind, because I couldn't explain it. I don't think it's something that can be put into words. It just is what it is. It's water. It feels a certain way. And you could also say, why is a fire hot? It just is. Right? Why is dirt dirty? Why does the wind whoosh against you and feel that certain way? It does. They're just the elements around us. And I think that's the best we can kind of say, is these things are sort of magical elements that are in us and around us and give us all these sensations here. But try to answer that question. Try to just truly ponder it next time you go and touch water. And something else about water, it's everywhere. It's in the air all the time. I think of the oceans are blue. We got water below. The sky is blue. My thought is we're under some sort of ocean. Who knows what's going on up above us, but we're sort of surrounded by water. And when you're down in a pool or in the ocean and there's waves going, try to think about the air around us as an ocean. It's just not as heavy as the actual ocean. When you smoke, you see the smoke billow, kind of like a wave. And then if you get into science and all of the waves of light that cast through everything to make vision possible, I kind of view this realm we're in like an ocean, and we're swimming in it, and it's kind of invisible, but you can test it. There's humidity everywhere. There's even humidity in the desert. There's always water everywhere you go to some degree. And so I kind of think the core of consciousness, this place we're in, is tied to water somehow, some way. So the next paradox I want to talk about is time. Man, oh man, I've never been a guy to wear a watch. I don't get it. Time, and how everybody's got a schedule to keep, and we have calendars, and we have months, and we work 9 to 5, or we have a certain schedule to keep with time. And then every year there's a ritual with the time. But in reality, there's only the right now. This one moment you're in. There is no past. There is no future. There's only this present moment. And just thinking about Christmas and everybody gifting each other presents, I mean, that idea was stolen from the idea of being present in the current moment and realizing what a gift it is to just have awareness, to be alive, and to experience this gift of presence. If you think of the past, it can kind of clog you up. It can make you stuck. And you begin to take your patterns of the past and think that's how it's going to go in the future. I watch a lot of podcasters talk about history and what they think's next, and they like to say, oh, the Roman Empire did this, so the American Empire is going to do that. It's just the stupidest stuff ever, because the past does not dictate the future. It's just simply put, any time you can snap out of it, change your ways. It just depends on how strong your will is and how strong your mind is. But people love to dwell on the past. The good old days. I wish things were like they used to be. Trapped in a magic spell, right? I don't get it. There's only the now. Make the best of right now, and then the future will be better. There is no... And then there's people worrying about the future. My God. You talk about this society that I haven't built. Let me tell you, I've been against so much of it, but people are trapped in anxiety about what's coming next, about the next bill they need to pay, right? The next day, they get the weekend, and then Monday comes, and they're just, oh no, Sunday night, it's like, oh no, I gotta go to work tomorrow, and just totally discarding the present moment. That is the only thing that really truly exists. And I just think time is such a paradox. It's such an illusion. We all experience time differently. Especially as a child, I think you're definitely more in that mode of being present and curious and wondering what's going on. And as people get older, they kind of lose touch with being present. And they calculate the time, and it's this many years, and time's flying by, and just, there's only this moment. Why leave it? Trust yourself about what's going to happen. if you look in the past and something you don't like was happening, change it right now. I just think it's a powerful paradox to really think about, is the time and how it's such an illusion. And then the final paradox I want to talk about is awareness. Because, man, that's just something, it seems to be the core of everything, is your awareness. And then you're aware of your body. You're aware of the temperature. It's a lot hotter over here than it is over here. But temperature couldn't exist unless I was aware of it, right? And then to think about, if you're aware of what's going on in life and aware of where it's headed, you know, if you're on a certain path in life and you can clearly envision it and build on it as time goes by, instead of being confused and not aware of where everything is going. It's very, I think I did a video, Power of Awareness or something like that. And you can't even put it into words. And the way I see it is awareness is supreme. Thought is supreme. This camera that I'm talking to and the microphone, somebody had to think it out, be aware of all the inner workings to get it to work right now. I had to set it up. Just this wood stove, like somebody had to build it. There had to be thought and consciousness put into it. This plant right here, the Christmas cactus from my grandmother, it's been passed down to my family, and I'm so proud that I get to have it and take care of it, and that it blooms and blossoms when it does. But it took awareness, because, I mean, if I wasn't paying attention to this guy, it would have been gone long ago. And to think about, because a lot of things I talk about, I talk about spirituality and how there's a real you that's kind of behind the scenes, watching the character, controlling the character, sort of like a video game, sort of like you're a director in a movie. And I guess I was listening to somebody philosophize and talk about things, and they mentioned how, it was Joey Lott. That's right. I'm going to put that video in the description. But how he explained that you are the body, you are your awareness, you are the director that's outside of this entire realm, directing your character. You're multi-dimensional. And that just blew my mind, to kind of think that that's kind of the only way this could work, is that we're multi-dimensional beings. We have one foot in the physical, and then the rest is in the spiritual, in the awareness, kind of shining down, playing the characters that we play. But it's a paradox, isn't it? Because you could, like yesterday, I hit my hand with the hammer, and whoo, I was in my body, and I was feeling the pain. And I was, you could easily just say, everything is physical. I hit things and they're hard, right? But you kind of have to realize that awareness needs to happen for anything, for the hardness to happen. You know, I don't want to preach about it too much, right? Because everybody's got their own ideas and they got to find these things on their own. But I just wanted to bring up these paradoxes. I think they're powerful. I just think they can break the spell that many people are under at the moment and kind of get you back to the root, get you back to your source, and stop being lost in the sauce of Maya, lost in the illusion here. We should be enjoying all this. I enjoy the show. I mean, it just seems to get more insane each year. You know, watching what goes on with humanity and all the things. And as it gets more insane on the outside, I feel like I get more sane on the inside. And I have these deep realizations of what's real. And I do my best to share it in these videos and when I talk to people. But the truth is, nobody will ever know what I know. You know, everybody's in their own individual movie right now, in my opinion, just having their own experiences, and nobody needs to know these things. I don't know why I make these videos. It's just, I would like for the world to be more peaceful. And maybe if we got back to the root and the source of what we really are, all the fear and the stupid tricks would end, you know. So I just thank you for joining me today. I hope this helps you. These paradoxes have helped snap me out of it. I love you. Enjoy.